Hello students, today we are going to discuss the second numerical of deflection of truss. Question is given as find the vertical deflection of point B. Here we need to find the vertical deflection of point B. Now a truss is shown in which the joint C is subjected to a 10 kN load in the downward direction. Now the length of member AB and BC will be equals to 4 meter. Similarly the length of member AE will also be equals to 4 meter. Now we need to determine the deflection of point B. Now we know that for the determination of deflection, we have the formula which will be equal to summation of pkl upon A. Now we need to find here k value, p value, l value is already given and area of cross section and modulus of elasticity is not given. Okay, so we just take the answer in terms of A and E. Okay. Now, for the determination of p-value, we will go for the simple process of the analysis of the truss. If a 10 kN force is acting in this direction, that is in downward direction, to maintain the vertical equilibrium of joint C, we need to create a 10 root 2 kN like this. Now, to maintain the member equilibrium, we need to create a 10 kN load like this. Similarly, for the determination of horizontal equilibrium of joint C, due to this inclined member, a 10 kN force is acting in the leftward direction. To maintain the horizontal equilibrium of joint C, we need to create a 10 kN force like this in the member BC. Now to maintain the equilibrium of member BC, we need to create a 10 kN force here. Now at joint B, there will be only horizontal force acting, that is of 10 kN in the leftward direction. So to maintain the horizontal equilibrium of joint B, we need to create a 10 kN force here. Now to maintain the equilibrium of joint, or to maintain the equilibrium of member AB, we need to create a force of 10 kN here. Now if at joint B there will be no vertical force acting at joint B, so the total force in member BD will be equals to what? 0. Okay. Now at joint G, due to this 10 kN 10 by 10 root 2 kilonewton force, a downward component will be created like this. Okay, like this, that is of 10 kN. Now to maintain the vertical equilibrium of joint D, we need to create an upward force of 10 kN magnitude, for which we had just made a force here, that is of 10 root 2 kilonewton. If we take the vertical uh, component of this 10 root 2 kilonewton, then it will be equals to 10 kilonewton in the upward direction, which will balance the downward component of this force. Okay. Now to maintain the horizontal equilibrium of joint D, we need to create a force in this direction, because due to this inclined component and due to this inclined component, 10 kilonewton force will be acting like this. So the total 20 kN force is acting in the rightward direction. To maintain the horizontal equilibrium of joint D, we need to create a force of 20 kN in this direction. Now to maintain the member equilibrium of ED, we need to create a force of 20 kN like this. Okay. Now to maintain the member equilibrium of AD, we need to create a 10 root 2 kN force like this. Now in this way we had calculated the P forces in each member. Now we will go for the determination of K forces. Now for the determination of K forces, we need to remove all the loads from the structure which is shown here in this diagram and apply the unit load in the direction of loading, in the direction of deflection. So we had just applied a unit load in the direction of deflection. Now we just analyze this truss similar to the previous case. Now at joint C there will be no force acting, so the total force in member BC and CD will be equals to 0. Similarly, we can determine the force in member BD. Due to this 1 kN downward force at joint B, we need to balance the 1 kN downward force, for which we need to create a 1 kN upward force here. Now to maintain the member equilibrium of BD, we need to create a 1 kN force in the downward direction like this. Okay. Now due to this 1 kN downward load at joint D, we need to create the vertical equilibrium, or we need to maintain the vertical equilibrium at joint D. So we need to create a force of root 2 kilonewton like this, and to maintain the member equilibrium of joint AD, we need to create a root 2 kilonewton force like this. Now there will be no horizontal force at joint B, so the total force in member AB will be equal to 0. Now to maintain the horizontal equilibrium of joint D, we need to create a 1 kN force here like this, because due to this inclined component 1 kN force will be going like this. To maintain the horizontal equilibrium of joint D, we need to create a force in this direction. Now to maintain the equilibrium of member ED, we need to create a force like this to maintain the equilibrium of member ED. Now in this way we have determined the P value as well as K value. Now we will able to solve this question and we will determine the deflection of joint B. Okay. Now for the determination of deflection, we need to make a table here in which member is written as AB, CD, BC, BD, AD and ED. Its P value is written here. Now negative sign is because of compression nature and positive sign is because of tensile nature. Okay. Now K value is already calculated. We just write the K values. Negative sign is because of compression nature and positive sign is because of tensile nature. And L we had calculated, or which is already given in the question. Now this 4 root 2 is comes from where? This is by Pythagoras theorem. We had determined this 4 root 2 by the Pythagoras theorem. Now all the other values of L is already given in the question. Now we can just determine the pKl upon A. Now if we multiply these three values, then its product will be equals to 0, so we just write here as 0. Now for CD, BC and BD, pKl upon AE value will be equals to 0. Now for AD and ED, for AD it will be equals to 80 root 2 upon AE, and for ED it will be 80 upon AE. Now just add all the pKl upon AE value, you will be able to determine the vertical deflection of joint B. Now it will be equals to what? Plus 193.13 upon AE. Why its value will be coming as plus? Because we had considered the downward deflection of the joint B, and plus sign indicates that the joint B is displaced in the downward direction by a magnitude of 193.13 upon AE. So we had calculated the vertical deflection of joint B in this question. We had completely solved this numerical and we had determined the vertical deflection of B equals to 193.13 upon AE in the downward direction. That is all about this numerical. Thank you very much, students.